trying me from like 11:30 to 4 p.m. So I was like, I don't know. He's dead.
Died.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it 24 hours before you can do anything about
You
it?
you can do it as soon as you want to.
Oh, really?
That's a myth. You can actually do
I
it if
can
you
do
have a
it
good reason to
whenever
believe
I
that somebody
feel
went
like.
missing. Then you should report as soon as possible, because otherwise the trail goes cold.
My favorite kind of myths are
Snaps.
the ones that directly endanger people.
I love those.
Like the old punch your pin in backwards on an ATM and it'll call the police.
What?
Yeah.
People believe
Who
that.
who
but
thinks that?
That's a thing going
You
around
put your pin in backwards where?
on the
Because
ATM.
because
your
Yeah.
pin would
Police,
just be
like,
that would just be somebody else's pin.
I know.
Like there couldn't be.
Like the idea is if you put your if
Yeah,
someone's
that's
coercing
not-
you to take money out, put your card in, then put your pin in backwards, and they won't know. But then the police will come.
That's the stupidest
Well,
thing I've ever
It's not
heard.
true because what if your pin's like 2002?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Doesn't make any sense.
Those palindromes will get you.
They'll get you stabbed at the ATM.
But welcome to a truncated episode of Writers Unblock. So I think we're gonna consider this part of the canon. So this would be Writers Unblock Season 3, Episode 6? Yeah?
Special edition.
Special edition.
The Christmas special.
The not yet.
Undergraduate student lounge special.
Yeah, undergraduate student lounge special.
Coming at you live from a recording. In the undergraduate
live
student
live
lounge.
at the time. So this is the sweet vocal stylings of me, Harrison Gale, and one of two co-hosts. Our other co-host, Jeremy Adkins, is here.
That's me. Hi.
And we have a very special guest who is making Writers Unblock history with us today. We have Sarah Billings, Barter College, class of 2018, who is our first returning Writers Unblock guest.
Wow.
Congratulations.
She was also
Wow.
the first guest of Season 2 last semester,
This is true.
and she is now here again on the show this season as the first returning guest.
You're like
So that's
the Alec
pretty neat.
Baldwin of
Yeah. The Two Timers Club.
the Two Timers Club.
But that implies that like you're like going behind our backs on other Wabar shows.
Well,
Which is
I
technically
did
true.
make an appearance on Bisexual Underground as well.
I'm
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah.
So truly a member of the Two Timers. Jeremy, come back.
You're actually leaving.
I've been
Well-
two-timed. I will not stand for being two-timed.
We are two damnable goofs.
Just a couple of goofs.
Can we say damn on Writers on Wabar?
Well, you did.
We just
Just
did.
now.
Well, technically, we can say whatever the hell we want
'cause this is gonna be somewhere
this
else.
was not going to be aired on Wabar.
But also, this is a place of academics and intellectualism. So, naughty words will not fly.
I wonder if Foucault ever said the F word in his spare time, just like to himself under his breath. I guess like he'd say whatever it would be in French, right?
Mm.
The French have curse
Oui.
words.
They
They're like-
they do.
They're
They
like
still do to this day.
to this day, and they have like very sophisticated sounding ones because it's French. So it like all sounds nice. There's a whole scene like that in one of the Matrix movies where there's like
The Merovingian. The
yes,
Merovingian.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
never understood that plot arc. The Merovingian did not make sense to me.
Well, the other two movies, the last two movies, none of there was they can't whatever. Anyway,
I know what you mean.
you know what I mean.
I know. I understand your feeling.
and that's why you're the co-host.
I can
Yin
understand
yang,
your mumbles.
Red oni, blue oni. At any rate,
Couple of onis.
just a couple of onis. Anyway, Sarah is probably ready to kill us, so we should get to that interview
All right.
because she has a really cool project that she's here to tell us about.
Ooh.
So, Sarah, can you tell us a little more about this project that is coming to fruition this weekend? This weekend being November 17th?
16th,
16th tomorrow. At
And
the
the day
time,
after. And the day
16th,
after that.
17th, and 18th here at this very campus here at Columbia
At
University.
the hour of 8 p.m., all
Yes.
3 nights, 3 times. It happens 3 times. There are 3 chances.
3 times.
It's in the Diana Center.
Wow.
And what it is a play, which I wrote and which I directed.
Wow.
It's called Cold Whole Milk.
Well, what a cute title. I love it.
we were brainstorming in rehearsal last night, and we came up with the title for the sequel, which will be Fresh Cut Grass.
Oh.
I like that.
Oh, I like it.
That's very sweet, right?
Yeah, it is.
Very nice.
So tell us more about Cold Whole Milk. What is this play about?
Okay, well, this play started as a response to a challenge to write a play about a milkman. Just at all. First of all, to do that stupid thing. And then...
That does sound kind of dumb.
Yeah. So, off to a great start. And it turned into this beautiful, I think, love story wherein a milkman and a mailman who go to the same house every morning fall in love.
Oh.
And that's where it started. And then I realized that was pretty thin for a play that lasts an hour. So I also added some other characters, and they're in there. So it's about, this couple who lives at the house, and, like, the salespeople and the servant. I want to say public servants, but I don't know if a milkman counts as a public servant because
He's doing the
it's
Lord's
privatized,
work.
isn't it?
I think
It's
so.
true.
The milk industry would have been privatized,
Private
but the
servant.
mail industry
The
is a
mail
public
industry
servant.
is, yes, that's true.
So
A public good.
and private servants who visit their house to deliver or sell them things.
Wow. Crossing boundaries.
Mail is a public good, but milk is the ultimate good.
I really don't like milk.
I'm not a big fan either, I'll be honest.
I'm
So
Just like,
I like milk. Milk doesn't like me. So there's a big
are you
problem
lactose
there.
intolerant?
Like 30%.
A little.
A little bit.
Yeah, so then the worst thing is just raw milk, right?
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
like
It's worse than other dairy products.
I enjoy it a lot though. It's a
Yeah?
forbidden desire.
Oh.
That's part of the appeal, I'm sure.
I wish we could switch, because I think milk is gross. If we just switched bodies,
Let's
then
switch.
let's just switch milk tolerance levels.
I'm okay
Whoa,
with
and
that.
they're doing it right now. And there they go. Wow, folks at home, if only you could see this.
In case you ever wondered what that process looked like,
I
can't see it
I guess
'cause
you'll never know.
this is an audio format.
Yes.
Speaking of,
Yes.
I was thinking that one of the problems with radio promotion is that you can't see anything.
That's true.
So what I've done is I've brought with me, and I'm going to unroll it close to the
Oh.
microphone so we can maybe get some rustling.
Ooh,
I
get that
brought-
rustling. Get that rustling. There it goes.
It's unrolling.
What's being rustled?
It's the poster to the show,
Oh,
which
wow.
I thought that we could take a minute to just describe what we're
beautiful.
seeing.
Feast your ears and your eyes, folks.
Your ears. I love it. Oh, look at those textures. Yeah,
What's
so
on it? What are we seeing here?
so there's a title
yeah.
at the top,
Which is the title of the play, Cold
Cold Whole Milk,
Cold
and
Whole
then
Milk.
in a smaller font right on
Oh.
top of it, it says Nomads Presents, and Nomads is the name of the group on
Presenting
campus
it.
presenting
Yeah.
it. Yes, and
Makes
then
sense.
underneath Cold Whole Milk, it has this really cute tagline, and it says "A Glass Half Full Play" by Sarah Billings, because the title has milk in it.
It's really
So
it's
much
funny,
fun.
guys.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there's so the textures look like a paint.
Yeah, this is a
brush.
hand-painted poster. It's
And
hand-painted. It's a collage, and
Oh,
then this is not
that's
the
right.
original. This
Yeah,
is
it does look
copy.
like a collage because
But-
there are pieces that look like they were cut out and pasted,
and they really were.
and they do.
So much fun.
And there's a house, a blue house in the background with clouds and the sky and some beautiful trees, and red pavement, red side. Like,
And I
it's
think
not really a sidewalk, is it?
It's more of
a
a
walkway.
A walkway,
A
yeah.
front walk.
A walk. A front
And then in the
walk.
you want to describe the foreground?
foreground
In
is
the
a
foreground.
big feature. Yeah.
Very important. We have a woman drinking a glass of what appears
Presumably
to be
milk.
Yeah.
I
Which
hope
the
it's
title
milk.
suggests. Yes.
It could be water, but I prefer milk. She's having her hair brushed with a pink hairbrush. Very decorative item. You got flowers and leaves on it.
Oh yeah.
That's not her
Yeah.
hands brushing. Oh, no, that would
No,
not make
no.
sense. That's too many hands for one person. So she's having her hair
Way too many hands.
brushed.
Yeah.
And then besides her head, we have the dates, location, and admission fee.
Yeah. Supported in part by the Arts Initiative at Columbia University.
Yeah.
Thanks,
and
Columbia.
those dates are once again November 16th, 17th, and 18th. And the tickets are $5 if you have a student ID, and $7 if you don't. But if you don't, first of all, who are you?
That's true.
Why are you this? But second of all, you can just like say online that you have a student ID. They're not going to check.
One of our international listeners.
Our wide fan base all around the world. What a lovely poster.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that
It's a
into
very nice poster.
to undergraduate student life here. Our temporary Wobar studio. So, as I understand, this is not the first play that you've written. You've written other works?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have. This is the first play that I've written that is good. Also the first play that I've written that is being produced. So it's it's not the first thing that I've scribbled down, but it's quite a milestone. I think it's I'm glad that nothing that I wrote before was performed or heard or looked at in any capacity.
That's fair.
So that's
fair.
That's
But
absolutely fair.
We've all been there.
But this one I think is nice.
Yeah, I'm very
And it's,
excited to
it's
see it
grown
perform.
a lot throughout the rehearsal process from what it was when it went in, which has been really exciting to see.
So how do you feel like it changes? Do you think like do the actors contribute to it? Do you think like do they make suggestions for changes to lines, or does it just change in the way that it's performed? Is it so it's like just different in the way that you expected it to be actualized from the time that you write it to the time that like it's actually produced? Or
Well, the thing that actors do, which has been really nice, is they really want to understand what's going on. So if something doesn't make sense, they ask so many questions. They ask questions every single day, and a lot of the time I had to say, I don't know, but I guess that's my fault, and I should fix that. So there are not a lot of lines added or taken away. That is just like a couple places, but there are 2 scenes that actually switched places in the script, and the ending changed quite a lot in what it actually is manifested as compared to what I wrote down that it should be in the original stage directions. But the dynamics and the characters are very different than what I was envisioning when I went in, and I have to wonder how different they would be if I had had a different cast as well.
that's interesting.
But I'm really lucky that I was able to direct it and write it myself, so that when those changes needed to be made, I didn't have to check with anybody.
Yeah.
Because I think that if someone else were directing it, they wouldn't have felt entitled to make those changes, and that would have been the wrong move. It was needed to be changed. I definitely consider the rehearsal process for this to be part of the writing process.
That's very interesting, and I think that's something. To me, it's very cool about the nature of theater and just how fluid it is, and how easily it changes depending on the people that you're working with, and it's just so collaborative. I don't want to monopolize the questions. I don't know if you want to grab a cue.
Which one are we on?
Over here.
Okay. Let me read
Jeremy,
it first.
did you forget how to read?
I'm gonna read
Suddenly?
it, and then I'm gonna say it.
Okay. Reading
No,
comprehension is
I'm gonna
important.
skip that one, actually.
What?
Oh.
Is this a mutiny?
Do you have any playwriting influences?
No.
I'm insulted.
No, I do, but none of them are playwrights.
Really?
I think
Okay.
that
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
yeah, I think because I'm a theater major here, and so I read a lot of plays and I read a lot of theoretical works about theater and about playwriting, and I think that that's fine. It's fine to have an understanding of what's been done and what theoretically you're supposed to be doing, but ultimately I think that the best ideas and the best directions, the best new directions, come from places outside of the theater. So like right now I'm working on something that was, its main influence is like 1950s Godzilla type movies, and that's not something that there are really plays about, or that it's a different kind of storytelling than
Yeah.
contemporary playwriting. and I really try to draw influence from as many different non-play sources as possible, because I think that in the theater there's a tendency to kind of spiral inwards and just make like plays about plays about plays about plays, and it's boring, and I don't like it. So
Very interesting.
I get a lot of I work a lot from music as well. So
Okay.
that would be great if this were an episode with songs
Yeah. Well,
to talk about, but
well, definitely when our interview is over and the folks at home now can hold us accountable to this, we can throw up a playlist with just not one that we'll play, but like we usually do on the show, but one that people can look up on their own and follow along if there's any, a handful of artists or songs that you'd like folks at home to check out so they can see your influences firsthand.
Yeah,
I think
well,
that would be neat.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
And this play Cold Whole Milk has a lot of Elvis in it.
Oh.
So
People like him.
yeah,
I've heard
me
that.
included.
Neat. I've heard that.
I've heard that about that Elvis guy.
So we are.
I'm of course talking about Elvis Costello.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
You know what?
Close one.
I like them both. They're both.
yeah.
I'm okay with both.
Oh
of
wait,
them.
sorry, I meant Elton John.
Elvis John.
Elvis John.
Elvis John. Elvis Jagger. Elvis Jagger Abdul-Jabbar.
Elvis John Lennon.
If there are any Simpsons fans out there, that was a reference to Homer's pseudonym when he first meets Marge when they're 10. And she asks him what his name is, and he like one of her friends is like, I bet it's something stupid like Homer, and he can't tell her that it's Homer, so he's like, oh, I better come up with something better. So he says that it's Elvis, and then he says Elvis Jagger, Elvis Jagger Abdul-Jabbar.
That's the best name.
The best name. We are running out of time, and it is the middle of the day, so we all have to run to class, because we are students at college.
I haven't done my homework, everybody.
And we are working towards degrees, and I'm saying that with scare quotes, because this is radio. But we do have our one question that we do like to ask all of our guests that we have on Writers Unblock. But I'm going to give the honors to Jeremy today.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. So, Jeremy, whenever you're ready.
What's your favorite kind of soup?
Nope.
All right, fine. I'll ask the other one. What do you do when you have writer's block?
I am the kind of person who has a lot of fingers and a lot of metaphorical pies. So I do a lot of different kinds of writing. I write plays. I also write like fiction, like prose fiction, and also songs. So if one thing isn't working for me, this is kind of a non-answer, because somebody better at this would have like a tactic for like powering through and just getting it done. But if something isn't working for me, I just kind of start writing another project. And it usually does end up circling me back to what I was thinking about originally, because, you have all of the same ideas swirling around in your head the whole time, even though you've moved to another project. So I find that sometimes it's really helpful to just switch to something else, and then by like trying a different style of writing, maybe you'll discover something that you wouldn't have otherwise, which will be a new way into the first thing. So yeah.
Well, that's certainly one way to do it. And
also, sometimes I just will make myself a big pot of soup.
What's your favorite kind?
folks at home, Jeremy is so excited right now.
I'm just a soup guy.
I have been making soups out of squash recently.
Oh,
so like
that sounds
kabocha
good.
squash, which is like a Japanese pumpkin. I want to make just like a straight up pumpkin soup soon. I made a pumpkin sauce for a pasta, which is similar, but you just put noodles in it, so it's not really a soup anymore. But I could have just had it by itself.
Just a very thick noodle soup.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a really good kabocha soup that has like nutmeg and cinnamon and maple syrup, but also like garlic and ginger and soy sauce. So it's the whole spread of flavors that taste good with Japanese pumpkin.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Well, I hope you're all hungry now.
I know.
Well, now we're gonna go satisfy our hunger for knowledge. Thanks
I'll
for...
go satisfy my real hunger, though.
Yeah, thank you so much. Jeremy just came from a horrible, horrible midterm, so special shout out to him for coming here and doing this interview with us, because he's a real trooper, and he's alive somehow.
I am.
So thank you. And also thank you to Sarah, who made this happen despite all of the technical issues and scheduling troubles, and in the middle of getting ready for her play.
I'm gonna be in the theater until midnight tonight.
Oh, wow.
Everybody.
So everybody
Wish me
say
luck.
a prayer. Wish her
me
luck.
good health.
The best health.
Yes. Light a candle. Anything else
But be
that you
safe.
feel... Yeah, be
Light
safe.
a candle, but be safe about it.
Yeah, keep it nearby and keep an eye on it. Don't leave it in a room by itself. That's dangerous. So thank you to everybody involved.
Hey, you're welcome.
I love this positive energy. So that's it for the itty bitty episode of Writers Unblock Season 3, Episode 6.
The Christmas special.
Not the Christmas special.
We're still pre-Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're not even at Thanksgiving yet.
I'm pre-gaming for Christmas 2018.
Pre-gaming for
I'm ready.
Listen, we gotta just... We're living in the past, man. We gotta get ready for the future. So that's it for us today. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you, everyone.
Do go out and support student theater, and go out and support this good student theater.
Yeah, most of it's bad.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone. If you do student theater, don't listen. Most of it's not very good.
Most of it's
Sorry.
bad, except for yours.
Except for yours, specific listener that does student theater.
Yeah, yours was good. I saw it. It was good.
It was great.
Yeah.
Keep it up. But go out and support this wonderful, great student theater. Go see Cold Whole Milk in the Glicker Millstein Theater. Tickets available at the Tick November 16th, 17th, and 18th.
What are you looking for?
It's going to be wonderful. I'm seeing it the 17th. I already have my ticket, and it is a $5 well spent. So we will see you guys hopefully next week. Hopefully the stream will be back up very soon. So thank you for tuning in. And were you gonna say something?
I love you.
I love you folks at home. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, no, wait, hold on.